What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the like, smash up the like, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. Going straight in, fam. Let me see how many of you. Oh no, let me give y'all a minute to get in. This is kind of like unexpected, so let me give y'all a moment to get in. I'll give out a few shout outs first. Will Tennessee, what up? Will Tennessee say protect black men. Robert Simmons, B1, what up? What it do? What it do? MB, what's up, MB? I see you. Yeah. Who is that? Where we at here? Let's see. Okay, fam, I'm gonna go right on in on this one. Going in. So, yeah, Tory Lanez, as I said, has been found guilty in the 2020 shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. I'll read the report. This is a jury making its decision. Now, y'all know that this stuff has been all over the news for the last several weeks, and it's really been popping off, since it first happened. And people have been hard one way or the other. Like, yo, I totally believe him. I totally believe her. I think she's lying. I think he's lying. So the verdict came in Friday, today, just before the holidays, where a group of LA jurors found the Canadian rapper guilty of all three charges against him: felony neglect, discharge of a firearm, assault with a semi-automatic firearm, and carrying a loaded and unregistered firearm. After the verdict was read, several members of Tory's family, including his dad and stepmom, shouted, "The system stands before God," and calling the court system evil. Deputies surrounded his family members and escorted them out of the courtroom. Tory was filmed entering court before the verdict was read, telling cameras his spirits were high. Tory now faces more than 22 years in prison, which will be determined during sentencing on January 27. Sources connected to the case tells us that Tory's lawyers were in touch with the immigration officials before the guilty verdict and were told they've been informed there's a strong likelihood he will be forced to leave the country. This marks the conclusion of a wild 2-week in-court trial, which saw a handful of witnesses take the stand to recount what they said happened on this fateful night. Megan herself obviously testified, squarely pointing the finger at Tory as the shooter. She says she saw Tory with a gun, explaining she remembers him firing at her from his Cadillac Escalade, and claims he shouted, "Dance, bitch." MTS also testified that Tory offered her $1 million to keep quiet. Meg was called out by the defense several times, including the fact that she initially wasn't forthright about having an intimate relationship with Tory Lanez, and that she'd initially lied to police about how her feet had gotten injured. The defense also tried to target Meg's ex-BFF, Kelsey, as the shooter, and the reason she might have shot her was because of an alleged creeping behind her back with guys like Ben Simmons, the baby, and Tory himself, a revelation that apparently sparked a major argument among all three of them in the car. What exactly happened in the car was a major source of contention during the trial. While Megan had one version of events, Kelsey seemed to have a different story, albeit with a very spotty memory on the stand that created stop and go recounting under oath. What she did definitively testify to on the stand, or when she wasn't the one who shot Megan, but she wasn't willing to go as far as to say Tory shot her. But remember, prosecutors were eventually able to get the green light to play a prior interview she'd given investigators in September. And in that recording, she said Tory did actually shoot Megan in the leg or in the foot. Other witnesses took the stand too, but none of them were as consequential as Megan and Kelsey, including the guy who supposedly saw the two women fighting from his balcony. And ultimately, he wasn't very definitive about what he says he saw, who he says he saw fire the gun. So the physical evidence in the case wasn't that strong. There was gun residue found on both Kelsey and Tory, and inconclusive DNA evidence on the gun itself. Tory never took the stand, and neither did his driver that night, Jaquan Smith. Aside from the cops and witness to the Kylie Jenner party that preceded all this, it really boiled down to Kelsey and Meg. In the end, the jury obviously sided with prosecutors. As for the court of public opinion, the jury is still very much out. People certainly took sides on social media, and they're still taking sides. As I said earlier, fam, people are just one way or the other, hard-nosed about it. And I'll tell you this, as I said when this first happened, I thought he shot her. I've known Meg. I don't have a friendship with her, but I've never known her to be a liar, you know. I think he shot her. I don't think that she would make up a story like that. Why? It don't even make sense to make up the story. I think initially she tried to protect dude. And because, as she said, she didn't want the police to come up, roll up shooting. Imagine getting shot or whatever, you're in the car or whatever, and you think somebody is freaking out. It's a friend of yours. Maybe they lost their cool and they shot you. And your initial response is to try to play it low key, to try to provide a shield for them because you don't want them to get shot. You don't want the police to start shooting. If you immediately say somebody got a gun, you know how they get down. They might start shooting immediately. I'm not going to sit up here and try to make no excuses or try to make a case for Megan. I'm just saying, I don't think she shot herself. I don't think the girl shot her. She was obviously hit. She was bleeding. Somebody shot her, and I think it was Tory. But what say you? Let's go into the comments. Queen Jet Black, what up? What's up, Buckhorse DC? T said, blame it on the alcohol. So let me say this something too, fam. So Righteous, I heard somebody say this before. Righteous01 says, Willie, you sided with her because she's from Texas. Y'all know Ted Cruz is out here too, right? He lives out here. And I don't mess with Ted Cruz. I don't like Ted Cruz. I don't like nothing about it. I'm gonna tell you something. If I don't like you, I don't like you. I'm not gonna say anything positive about you whatsoever if I just don't like you. But at the same time, if I think you are right, if I think you standing on square, hey, I'm gonna speak on it. And this ain't got nothing to do with her being from Houston or her being from Texas. I don't give a damn about that. She just happens to be from Houston. If any girl would have gotten shot in the leg under those same circumstances, I don't give a damn if she was from Houston, California, Miami, Chicago, New York, Mississippi, wherever. Under those same circumstances, I would have said the same thing. So some of y'all sound a little off because that's all y'all got. Y'all can't make a better argument. So, oh, you just said it. That's a simple low-hanging fruit. Oh, you just sided with her because she's from Houston. It's a few people from Houston that I don't mess with. That are from Houston. You know, it's a few people from Houston that are famous that I just don't mess with. And so I'm more concerned about what kind of person you are, not where you're from. It's people that's from other cities that I rock with. I think they cool as a fan. I rock with them, and it ain't got nothing to do with they're from over there, I'm from over here. You know, if I think you are all right people, I rock with you. What tripped me, I will say this. I'm gonna keep it a buck. A lot of dudes who saying Tory is innocent, a lot of those dudes, if you follow their comments, if you follow some of these dudes' opinions about women overall, a lot of these dudes are women beaters. That's right. And I'm gonna tell you something. This case really made me realize how many women beaters are out there. How many dudes are out there who are really, really women beaters? It's a lot of women beaters out there. It's a lot of dudes who are jealous of women. It's a lot of dudes who ain't got no game, they simps. A lot of dudes who will pull a gun on a woman to make a point. It's a lot of dudes out there. I personally think a lot of these dudes, they're blinded by like-minded energy. Oh yeah, I truly believe a lot of these dudes that riding for Tory, I think they are women beaters. And I bet you if people who know these guys who riding for them personally, if they know them personally, I bet you they'll attest to it. People be talking all this protect black women stuff and all this kind of stuff. Hold on, y'all. I got me a troll. Let me get him right quick. Let me get your ass up out of here because we don't play that around here. I don't play that around here. Go get on somebody else's page. If you got something to say, you know, if you're making sense, just cool, but you ain't finna come on my platform and be disrespectful. And the last thing that anybody, especially a woman, would accuse me of is being a simp. I call a strike and a ball a ball. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, we tight. I'm good with that. You better go down my timeline and look at these videos. I'm just ain't the dude I'm not a woman hater. Just because a dude ain't a woman hater don't make him a simp. Some of y'all even just saying simp. First of all, let me explain something. If you call me a simp, automatically you just told on yourself. That means you a simp, automatically. Because I'm a lot of things, but I ain't nowhere close to that. Any woman that has ever been in my life will tell you that in a heartbeat. Far from that. I'm what your mom and your daddy wanted you to be. A real man, a man's man. I'm what your mom and your daddy wanted you to be. What's up, Patrick? Shelly Birch. So for people who are saying Meg lied about getting shot, how do you explain the bullet fragments in her leg and in her foot and her feet? How do you explain that? Like, don't just say she lying because you don't like her or whatever. Explain to me. I'm like, give me some type of explanation, something that I can say, okay, that sounds plausible. Like, I'm here to listen. I don't know it. I don't know everything. I wasn't there. I got an opinion about this just like y'all do. I got an opinion. When I hear the facts, when I hear what happened, I make an opinion based on what I know, what I heard, what I know, right? Just like y'all do. So I don't think she lying, and I told you why I didn't think she was lying. Tell me why you think she's lying, other than you don't like her, or other than you like Tory because you like his music. Tell me why you think he's lying. I mean, why you think she's lying? This fool finna get deported. But before he can get deported, he got to do that time. He gonna do that time, and they gonna deport his ass. And I also heard dude had a history of whooping on women. See, y'all ain't talking about that. Y'all not talking about that. He got a history of it. That's why I say a lot of these dudes, I just straight up believe a lot of these dudes are just violent toward women. How y'all hate women so much, man, and y'all claim to love y'all mamas and sisters and y'all daughters? How y'all hate women so much? Like if a dude take a woman's side in an argument, just immediately, just based on the fact that he takes a woman's side or defends a woman, he's an automatic simp. Y'all some of the dumbest mother I ever seen in my life, or even known of in my life. Hold on, got me another troll. Got to get rid of them, man. Why do we get rid of trolls? Because trolls are hoes. Come on, the rest of y'all, all y'all trolls, come on. Come on. Let's clear it out. If you want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. But if you come on here with any kind of disrespect, you got to go. I don't give a damn about you subscribing to me or following me. Go over there with them other dudes over there that can't get no woman, or that can't hold a relationship tight with a woman. You go over there. Go over there with the other women haters, but still at the same time want to be with a woman. Hate women, but want to be with them. Still want to have sex with them. But some of y'all want to have sex. Some of y'all having sex with men. Some of y'all covering your hate for women, covering your relationship with a man with your hate for women. Yeah, I see you. I see you. I see you. The gun, somebody said the gun was tiny, made for a woman. Shit, dude is tiny like a woman. He's small. He's smaller than both of them women. What you talking about? Anybody got a problem with me? Anybody got a problem? Anybody think I'm crazy? I'm a simp. Whatever derogatory term you can come up with, because I said I don't believe the woman lied. I think she was telling the truth. Man, you can get off here. You can get off right now. You can get off right now. Just like when you pass up your stop on the bus and you hurry up, get off right now. Get off. Because first of all, I'm never gonna change who I am for a couple of dudes a few dudes who hate women. I ain't never gonna do that. I'm never gonna side with y'all. I'm never gonna be on your side. Never. I ain't got no problem confessing my love for women. I do it. I go to Capitol Hill and say it. I ain't got no problem. I'm a man. I'm securing my manhood. I ain't got no problem. The main ones who talking like that, be the main ones getting used and abused by women. They're the ones who can't figure out their relationships with women. They're the ones who call themselves trying to hold out, and the moment they see a big booty, they fall for it and get their whole little life savings taken. Those are the ones. I don't like no dudes who don't like women anyway. I don't want to even be around no dude that don't like women. Hell, how in the hell do I look bad? How am I looking bad? Because the woman got shot in the foot, and I believe that dude did it. How do I look bad? Explain that to me. His ass going to jail. I think he did it. And his ass going to jail, like I said when it first went down. I think he did it. And I'm all down with protecting black men. But if a black man is a danger to our society, to our community, his ass got to go. And I don't care if he's a drug dealer, a killer, a gang member, or a rapper. His ass got to go. You can't keep on protecting these fools and at the same time crying about being disrespected by people outside our community, crying about why we ain't got this, why we ain't doing this in the community, why you got broken homes and a bad education system and all this stuff. You can't be allowing these suckers to make it, giving these suckers a pass. I ain't got no problem defending mine. I see somebody put in here some clowns. Who was that? King Peace? Peace? What's that? I don't know what that is. King something. Yeah, Jason Fenwick. Yeah, and any one of y'all little chumps who got something negative to say about me for holding my stand, whatever woman you think you like, I bet you I can take her from you. Now, how about that? I know that hurt, didn't it? I know that hurt. You know how I know I can take her from you? Not because I'm a rapper, not because I got money, because I'm a man's man. I'm a man, right? And women know weakness when they see it. Some women just settle for that weakness. But I bet you she had a chance to be with a real solid dude. She'll pick a solid dude over your whack ass any day. How about that? I know that hurt, didn't it? Fake ass. Get the hell up out of here. Yeah, you say Mike Tyson went to jail for a crime he didn't commit. Now, I don't believe Mike did what he did, what they say he did. I don't believe Mike did that. I said that. I don't believe Mike Tyson did that. I think Mike Tyson got convicted because Mike Tyson didn't give a shit. He didn't get what he wanted with the girl. So he was like, all right, get the fuck out of my room. And the girl left the room. And, maybe he was a little aggressive with her and trying to go that way. Because, sometimes, women send mixed messages and men feel like if I just keep on trying, maybe she'll go ahead on and submit. And maybe something like that went down. And, she finally got up out of that room. And because, maybe he said something disrespectful to her or whatever, maybe she got on up out of the room, got back home and told her girlfriend and started crying about it and realized what had happened and how he made her feel or whatever. And she decided she was going to go to the police. I don't believe somebody like a Mike Tyson, especially in that time, even today, would have to take some from any woman. Just like I didn't believe Tupac did what they accused him of doing. I absolutely don't believe Tupac. Tupac really wore his love for women on his chest. I never thought ever for 1 second that Tupac was guilty of doing that. But I'm going to call a strike and a ball. I think Tory Lanez ass is guilty. Absolutely think he's guilty. I'm going to keep it a buck. And if you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. A lot of y'all caught up. Let's take Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez celebrity off the table. Let's just say it was a man and a woman. You got a man and a woman, just two regular people. And it's the same exact circumstances. None of us know neither one of them. It's just another news story. Now, what are your thoughts? If you hear the evidence, if you see what you saw, you see a woman that's been shot, she limping out of a car, and then the next few days, she tell the police nothing happened. Then next few days, she say, you know what? Yeah, this is what happened. Yeah, I lied about him not shooting me and everything, but that's because I was scared. I didn't want the police to start shooting. He did it. He shot me. Now go forward with the forensic evidence. He got gun residue on him. Only him and the other girl was tested positive for gun residue. You got that information. How slow you got to be to not conclude that, man, I said I think he did it. I ain't say emphatically he did it. I said I think he did it. Anything is possible, but just like you think he didn't do it, I think he did do it. And the jury thinks he did it too. I know that people get convicted of crimes that they didn't commit all the time, especially in America when you come to black people. I know that. I'm definitely ain't the one to be trying to say that, send a black man to jail or nothing like that. Man, I know how dirty this system is. The dad ain't said nothing wrong when he said the system is wicked. Yeah, it's wicked. It's dirty. It's low down. It's been like that. But sometimes the black person that they're pointing the finger at is guilty. Sometimes black people do put themselves in a situation for these fools to cross you out. I have no doubt that that's what he did. I have no doubt that he brought that on himself. What's up? Who is that? Shay? Charisma. What's up? Just a reminder, fam. I don't read the all cap messages. They make my head hurt. I feel like it looked like a run-on sentence or something, harder to read. I feel like you're screaming at me. You do that all cap, I feel like you're screaming at me. So I don't read those. You turn that cap lock off, fam, and I'll get to you. Appreciate you. Damian Davis, what's up? Who is this? Pastor Ron Wingenbach. That's an odd name right there. I would say unique. Wingenbach. What's up, Barbara Wicks? Jaku say, I'm going to respectfully disagree with you. All good, homie. All good. Yeah, it's a two-way street. Like who was that said why the most black men don't have our back? I don't know if it's most black men that don't have your back. I think most black men do have their women's backs. They do have black women's backs. I think, you know, just like with everything, the negative stuff gets pushed to the front because people feed on that. It's the negative stuff, and keep in mind, negative people are more determined to be heard also. They're loud. Negative people are louder. Negative people wake up and go to sleep in a bad mood. People that are positive, they ain't got time to be on the internet going back and forth with you. But the negative people will. The people who ain't got shit to do, people who ain't got no life, the people those are the trolls. Those are your trolls in society. The people who got a bad life, the people who want to cause confusion and disruption, they got all day because they ain't got nothing else to do and they don't have really any other significance in life. So they ain't got nothing to do. They ain't really got no kids that they love, they won't really spend time with. They ain't really got anything constructive that they're working on. They ain't really got no real solid goals to make life better for anybody or even themselves. All they got is, let me get on here and see who I can disagree with and cause some confusion with. So they're gonna be highlighted more, even in the news. When somebody shoots somebody, if somebody kills somebody, that'll make the news. If somebody save a life, more than likely it won't make the news. If somebody wins a spelling bee contest, a kid wins a spelling bee contest, we might not hear about it. But if a kid shoots the teacher or beat up the teacher, we're going to hear about it. We're going to hear about it if they beat up the teacher. So the negative stuff get a whole lot of energy. It gets a whole lot of likes and retweets and posts. You got to understand, it's a lot of negative people on social media. It's just a whole lot of negative people on social media. And if you really follow social media, you would think that black women, most black women don't like black men, don't back black men, and that's a lie. I don't believe that. We got our issues just like everybody else, and it shouldn't be highlighted any more than anybody else is highlighted. But we definitely should not be online beefing. We definitely should not be on this social media beefing, because you're not talking to just black folks, you're talking to the whole world. And they see you and they respond accordingly. Like, oh, damn, man, they hate each other. They hate. So now they feel like they can just, talk to any of us any kind of way or treat any of us any kind of way because we don't stick together. Tell me how much sense does it make to be a black man, for me to be a black man with a black daughter, with a black mother, black sisters, black friends, girlfriends, cousins, aunts, and get on social media and drag black women. Black women this. Man, see a black woman this. Man, black women don't do this. And black women did it. Do you understand what I would be doing? I would, out of my anger, frustration, emotions, I would be making life harder for those black women in my life who I claim to love. Because as I spew this negativity about them, as I try to do my best to taint their image, other people are going to see that and they are going to respond accordingly to how I feel about those women, what I say they are. They're going to go in with preconceived notions about, and they see one black woman do something negative or whatever, they are going to give that energy to all black women. They're going to give that consideration to all black women. They're going to think it applies to all black women. See, I'm not that big of a goddamn fool. But a lot of y'all think y'all smart. Y'all think because y'all can read and write and y'all got a few followers that what y'all saying is gospel. Not understanding that you're undermining your own plight. Dummy. Also, when black men get online and try to disparage black women, it causes some black women who can't identify the trick, the Jedi trick, to retaliate. So now you got a back and forth. And these is grown ass people. I don't even see the children doing stuff like this. These are grown ass people with whole children doing this. A bunch of damn idiots, damn fools. If I didn't like women, if I had that big of a problem with women, I wouldn't want nothing from them, not even sex. If I was a woman and I didn't like black men, I wouldn't want nothing from them. Nothing, not even money. Damn sure wouldn't want their babies. How you trying to pick and choose that you want to get this and you want to get this out of a person or whatever, but you still you hate them. Y'all dysfunctional, toxic. And you wonder why so many of the kids don't have direction. Some of y'all kids make better decisions than you do. Again, I don't care about fake dudes. I don't care about suckers not cutting for me. I don't care about suckers not liking me. I don't care about that because I know one thing they're not going to do. They're not going to bring it to me. Oh, they'll hop on the internet like little hoes do, but they ain't going to bring it to me. We know that for a fact. They know it and I know it. They're going to do that there on the internet. But if they ever came across me, I wouldn't even know that they were ever in the room because they're going to duck, hoping like hell that I don't remember who they are. And for the most part, most of them I don't, because they trying to roach up on something. You find these dudes who hate women so badly. They got girl in them. More than likely, they got girl in them. We're human beings. We're naturally attracted. We should naturally, intrinsically, we are attracted to other human beings. You cannot be in this world and not be attracted to human beings. So you're going to either be attracted to a man or a woman. That's moving forward, LLC. What it do? That's what I'm talking about. Do it fast, not slow. Yeah. Antoine Gordon. Let's see what Antoine talking about. Let me see what Antoine says. So everything's black men's fault. Y'all are playing a very dangerous game. Who? Antoine. Who said everything's black man's? I'm a black man. Why would I want to put that on me? Why would I want to put that burden on me? Who said everything's black man's fault? That's a clear case of cognitive dissonance. That's a clear case of hearing what you want to hear. Sometimes when we hear negative things, when we hear things and we focus on just the negative, or we figure out a way that we can turn it into a negative, sometimes it's because we pain freaks. You got to be really a pain freak to come on my channel and hear me talk and hear what I got to say. I got damn near 5,000 videos on here. And I'm pretty sure there ain't one that sounds like I would put myself in a position to be targeted. I would put myself in a position where I would give somebody a pass to think it's okay to blame me for their shortcomings or for any societal woes. That wouldn't make a lot of sense. Why would I make my own life harder on myself? Why would I do that? I'm not that big of a fool. Lance Parker, what up? Segura. Yeah. Yeah, I'm almost at 800,000 subscribers. That thing been growing fast. They took the brakes off me, fam. That's what happened, because I was being shadow banned for a long time. And they took, they took their feet off the gas about 2.5 months ago. Because I was stuck on 700,000 subscribers for like, damn, a year and a half. I was stuck, like going nowhere for a whole like year and a half. And then all of a sudden, the last 2.5 months, channel started growing again. So I ain't gonna complain. Duval, what up, Duval? 440 Vibes with San Marie says this case and mess is a distraction. It's only a distraction if you make it a distraction. I don't think this is some type of governmental distraction. This is just another case of two people having a dispute, and where violence was involved. I don't think this was like the government said, okay, look, we need to have a Tory shoot Megan, and then we need to make a big deal out of it so we can be over here doing this over here. No, they got grander plans than that. When they want a distraction, they'll do something like create a pandemic. Yeah, those are the kind of distractions that they come up with. They come up with real distractions. They come up with something like giving overwhelming amount of attention, to some type of movie, some type of blockbuster type film or something like that. But it has to be about a particular thing. They don't do anything by happenstance. It's all by design. So this case is only a distraction if you want it to be a distraction. I can very well walk and chew bubble gum. I can talk about this case and still talk about other cases. I can talk about this case and still take care of my family, do my work, have time, take some time to meditate, do some self-inventory, visit a friend, stop by and the convalescent home and visit my aunt. Yeah, I can do several things at one time. We woke now. What up? We woke now. What's up, Jax? Not sure if I'll run again. If I do, I'll give it a few more years. I'll slam dunk it, if I do. Jamar Jones, what up? Danny Jones. You know what's crazy, fam? I had meant to just jump on here for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops. And I think I've been on here for, wow, 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Port Arthur. What's up, Marquise? Marquise Payne out in Port Arthur. Shouts out to Pimp C and Bond B, UGK for life. Is that William Hill? What up? Yeah, William Hill. Okay, so fam, that's my time. If you're just not joining, we're just gonna recap real quick. Tory Lanez was found guilty today in the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion back in 2020. Let's see, let's take a look at those official charges again. He faces up to 22 years in prison, which will be determined during sentencing January 27. And let me tell you this, fam, that outburst that his parents, and family did in court today is not going to help. Because you know what's going to happen. Just like some people are thinking right now, the apple don't fall far from the tree. When his parents did that, that's all they needed was like, you know what? Okay, I see. Oh yeah. You know what? Since y'all think we so wicked, since y'all think we so evil, we're gonna show you evil. Take this 10 years. Take this 15 years. I don't believe that outburst is going to help them at all. Let me tell you something, fam, about life. In life, if you're not helping, you're hurting. If you're not helping, you're hurting. And his family, I understand that they're emotional and, the son was found guilty. But you got to think. You got to think, especially when you're dealing with these courts. Whether you're guilty or innocent, once you go inside of that courtroom, you have to understand court decorum. You got to make sure that you don't give these people any more of a reason to want to see you get locked up. Because a lot of them go in, and I'm not even saying that it was jury members that voted against him just because he was a black man. You see? Because some of them would come in there and they'll go at you. Oh, I got another chance to lock another black man up. Okay, cool. I'm with that. Let me get on the jury. So you can't give them another reason. They put it like this. They already got a reason. You don't want to give them an excuse. Just like when the police out here hunting black folks. They already got a reason. They're racist. What you don't want to do is give them an excuse. They want to shoot you. They want to kill. You don't want to give them an excuse. So, same way. Some of those jurors, they probably wanted to convict him anyway, even before they even heard any evidence. They probably wanted to send him to prison. But now, his family, who got out of pocket and disparaged, allowed their emotions to get away from them, disparaging the jury, disparaging the prosecutors in front of everybody, has made his situation even more dire. It's going to be even harder now to get some leniency from the judge. Or the jury. I'm not sure. Let me see. Sentencing on January connected. I'm not sure who's supposed to who determines the sentencing. It is the judge or the jury. Well, it would be the judge. Yeah. So Believe you me, the judges don't like when people disrupt their courtrooms. I'm not saying that the family didn't have a right to be emotional. But when you go in them courtrooms to support your family members, your loved ones, you got to be on your best behavior. You cannot allow your emotions to get the best of you because they're going to stick it to your loved ones. You got to understand and stop doing everything based off emotions. You got to do some thinking because this emotional stuff don't really get you nowhere. This dude is up for 20 years. And he may be getting deported. Let's see, what are these charges? Where are the charges again? I would have done better. I'm looking for it in the article. This is a long article. I'm trying to find. Let me just do this. Okay. No, wrong one. Okay. Okay, so Lanez had pleaded not guilty to assault with the semi-automatic firearm, carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharge of a firearm with gross negligence, according to prosecutors. The jury convicted him on all 3 counts. So he had pleaded not guilty to assault with a semi-automatic firearm, carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharge of a firearm with gross negligence. Guilty on all 3 counts. Here's another thing. Here's another point I want to make, fam. Here's another point I want to make. In the aftermath of the shooting, Corey didn't do himself any favor by attacking Megan. Here's a woman you already know, you know what you did, but you publicly try to humiliate her and make her out of a liar, which further angers her and makes her want revenge. He, I do believe, got caught up in the hype. Time going by, he ain't been arrested. He hadn't been arrested. So he figured like time going by, ain't nothing happening. You know, let me have some fun with this. Let me get at her. And next thing you know, it's a full press. Absolutely, Mr. Bear, he was too cocky. I think he got too cocky. Let me explain something to y'all, fam. As a person who have been in the system, state and federal, I can tell you this. When your freedom is on the line, don't play. Do not play. And even though this was an assault with a deadly weapon case, anytime your freedom is on the line, you got to fight it like it's a murder case, because they're trying to prosecute you like you killed somebody. You understand what I'm saying? They are going to prosecute you. If you run, listen, fam, y'all not following me. Y'all not following me. If you have a fight in the club, if you push somebody down at the grocery store, if somebody called the police over a domestic dispute, and they show up at the house. Nobody bleeding, nobody got any knots, nobody got any bruises. If somebody says you did this, they taking you to jail, they gonna hit you with a charge, and they are going to try to prosecute you like you killed somebody. This is what they do. So anytime something like that happens, you have to take it seriously. Anytime your name get on some paperwork, you got to take it seriously, like they're trying to run you in on a murder charge. Let me tell you something, fam. If I get a traffic ticket, I'm fighting it like a murder case. I'll fight it like a murder case. I'm not accepting no traffic tickets. I got a clean driving record. I'm not accepting no traffic tickets. When I first started making money, I used to get tickets all the time because I felt like I had the money. I could pay for them now. I'm just going to drive like I want to drive. And I remember getting pulled over once by the police. He pulled me over, and I was in such a rush. I told him I was in a rush. I was arrogant. Like, yeah, come on, man. Come on with the ticket. Gave me the ticket because I used to just get the tickets and pay for them. So he gave me the ticket, and I sped off. As soon as he gave me the ticket, I just sped off. So at 1 year, I had gotten so many tickets in 1 year that my insurance, I'll say, went from like being like for 2 vehicles, my insurance went from like $200 to $1,000, $1,500, for I think it was like, when I say 200, I mean a month. It was some like crazy number. In fact, nobody would even insure me. So I had to start working that stuff down and getting it off my record. So I had finally cleaned my record up. And then after that, anytime I would get a ticket, I would fight it. I fight it like a murder case. I'm not accepting it. You cannot play with these people. You get caught up in these courts, you cannot play with these people because they are hired to lock you up. They come there to lock you up. Fair or not, they come there. They go to college while they're in school. They're being indoctrinated to come in there and to get in that system and lock you up. So you cannot give them an excuse. They got a reason. You do not give them an excuse. Till next time, fam. Y'all be careful out there. If y'all don't catch me on another live, enjoy the rest of your evening or morning, wherever you are in the world, and happy holidays. Till next time, no more talk.